Hello, my beautiful people. And this is episode 2 of the Heart Outlet podcast. And on today's episode, we will be talking about the intentions behind this whole podcast, the origin behind the name, future plans, and sharing more insight on who I am. So you could kind of get a feel of who you're listening to. 'Cause I don't want you just listening to like some random stranger. I want you to feel involved here. I want you to feel like you're part of the fam here. And I appreciate anybody who's listening right now. I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1,000, but being a part of the journey right now, present day, and walking through all of this with me. Because it's beautiful to be a part of something that was somebody's vision, like seeing it all come to light and seeing how that really changed a person, especially when it was behind like true, raw faith. It's like you can't fake it. You can't fake it. So this isn't something that's being like, just going off of a trend, faking anything for influence, anything like that. This is just like a genuine passion mixed with faith, a genuine heart, and just that yearning to really help people. So let's get into the name, Heart Outlet. So in the word, it talks about a lot of the issues in life flow from the heart, right? How the heart could be deceitful, like who can know it? So the heart is a very complex thing. And also, like saying all those things, it could be like, oh, so everything bad comes from the heart. No, because also, like, God places his revelation, his word, he places seeds in the heart. He sits on the throne of your heart. So it's beautiful things as well. So I just want to make a safe space for people to let the issues flow from their heart without feeling judged. We could walk through those things together. You could lean on this platform without feeling judged, without feeling shameful, and hopefully leave with a better mindset or perception instead of being trapped in that picture that you painted. Like that doesn't have to be your end all be all, your identity. And a lot of times emotions can make a moment feel like that's your final or it's so worse or even like hell. But we are very fickle people. Like 1 second you could be feeling like, oh, you don't want to live. You eat a good meal and now you're the happiest person ever. Like that's how fickle we are. Like it switches like that. Like literally like the weather. So that's why it's so important to have good people around you who have hope and faith in their heart and selfless, because there has to be something outside of you. So that's the whole origin behind the name. So the plans, we will have a lot of guests. We already have guests lined up. Hopefully we see everybody come to the light, share their beautiful testimonies, and I'm sure a lot of people will relate to you. So keep tuning into the episodes, and I promise you somebody will resonate with you. And I'm not saying that just off of the strength of D'Anthony. I'm saying that off of the strength of people's truth and testimony and who Christ is. It's going to reach you. You're going to be able to relate with somebody because there's going to be God reaching out to you. And the platform won't solely be Christian based, but it will be heavily influenced by God's heart and love. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. But it's more of honestly being able to just reach this generation for real. But it's all going to root back to him. But I know a lot of people deal with different type of church hurt, religion hurt, anything like that. So it speaks on coming in Christ's namesake, but not having the fruit. So I don't want to just solely just present myself as, oh, I'm doing this for Christ and this, that, and the third. I want to focus on the heart of what I have going on. And out of that will flow his love, for sure, because that's what keeps me passionate and wanting to help people. So you will see all different type of people on this platform. And I ask that the platform just is respected, you know, because it's something that's beautiful about boundaries and just respecting something. So when people do come on this platform and they're sharing the battles that they've been through, they're showing their scars, their wounds, and they're brave enough to come up here and talk, I just need everybody to just respect that and be encouraged about it instead of, pointing out flaws, casting stones, trolling, trying to rage bait. Like, really, you allow your mind to be renewed in those moments, allow yourself to be inspired in those moments instead of corrupting a moment that could be used to change the trajectory of how you operate in your heart. I feel like that's very important. I feel like a lot of people miss the mark on that just for a couple clicks, views, or a quick little laugh. And it seems like a little thing, but so does that one action before it becomes a habit. So before you mock, just try to resonate first. If you feel like that was you um, if you feel like you could relate with that person, because that person is coming to the light, being bold. But just because certain people are cowards and don't want to face that, they rather just laugh at the, trauma, laugh at this, laugh at that, instead of really facing a lot of the battles. And that's what happens a lot. So yeah, that's checked out the way. I can't wait for you guys to meet the other co-host. He will be arriving soon. And we'll be having good conversations as well. So I'm excited about that. And telling you a little bit more about me, I will be sharing something that was just revealed to me just recently about some of the little struggles that I go through. So just like, putting myself, out there in the light. One of the topics I do want to bring up is for the people who are going through that potential crisis. And what I mean by that is when you know your potential or know what you're supposed to be doing, but it's like you're not taking steps towards it, you're neglecting it. You're kind of running from who you are supposed to be. Find that healthy balance. Don't lose your driven purpose that was placed deep in your heart. Don't allow yourself to be so influenced or distracted or seduced by the world that you really about to give up the true gift that you have in your heart. And I'm talking about that one thing that you are born to do. And yes, I understand a lot of things get hard, especially in that one specific area where you feel like you're made for something. Because a lot of times when you're called to something like that, when something's ordained and destined to you, what comes with that is the world trying to hold you back, is the trials and tribulation. But that's the trials and tribulations. You have to have the perception and the renewal of mind that the trials are used to build your faith. You have to use that as an opportunity to this is the strength for my passion. This is just more paint for the beautiful picture that I get to paint. And I understand it get hard. That's why there has to be a order and balance to things so you don't burn out. And maybe you are in that burnout right now, because I definitely know what it feels like to burn out. I definitely do. So take the time to pour into yourself, but I promise you, you will not lose that passion, that nudge, that cord that was placed in your heart and constantly getting tugged on. Yes, you can neglect it, but that's very much ordained to you. And once you start to have this discipline and obedience for it, it's never, I want to say out of the hope and faith in my heart that when you make the decision to become obedient and disciplined to that seed planted in your heart, it may not in our carnal way come out in the result that we expect or want, but I promise you it will be used in a way to bless. That's the promise, that it will be used abundantly. So this whole potential thing, you have to, in a way, step outside yourself, because a lot of times we start to idolize the potential that we know we have. So since we're not getting the results we expect, we don't treat it as if it's a gift that's placed in our heart. But if you treat something the way that God intended for you to treat it, if you treat something with real raw love, if you protect it how, you know, in the name of love and what it is, then I promise you it will be nurtured to something. It will be nurtured to something. And it may not bless you tangibly, but I promise you it will bless somebody else's life. It will do far beyond what you are expecting. So take the time to pour into yourself, love on yourself, so you could treat the people around you better too. Because a lot of times your gifts aren't just for you. Like a gift, a passion isn't ever solely just for you. It's gonna be meant to serve the people. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be used to serve the people, especially if you use it the correct way. Like I don't know what gift is just solely selfish to where it didn't need a witness, you know? So it's going to bless the eyes of the witnesses. It's going to inspire. Um, it's going to be used to show you as like a servant to life, and that's something that's very beautiful. And I had a conversation um, at a group Bible study that was very good. Um, and this ties into like the shout out Tampa Christian creatives and creative collectives. I go there every Monday. They're having events all week this week. Beautiful people, beautiful community. Glad that I was able to be blessed with them and connect with them and even been obedient to show up because I've always had trouble with community. But they've been very loving and have taken me in. So we do these writer, was it like we make music every Monday right there on the spot and we have writers workshops. So the topic was about God creating, right? So a lot of us were having trouble when it came to not mentioning new creation, which is like, God creating a new heart in me and a New Testament, but just solely like the awe in God just creating the world, like in the beginning, in the book of Genesis. So people were having trouble like trying to take themselves out of it. But when you see how everything aligns and works together, same way that God gave the boundaries to the oceans, the same way he, made all the animals, the same way he dressed the night time with stars and everything like that. That's still the same way that God sees you and works on you. So there's a perception on how you could still connect, how God still reveals himself through nature. You could tell your story, but take yourself out of it. And you could see how God treats everything the same, how he's the same God, how his love is just magnificent. Same way how he uses parables. He talks about us, but in parables. So there is a way to create a lot of beautiful things, but it doesn't have to be solely about you, pointing straight at you, the glory of you. And the way that he's been able to reach a lot of people, wasn't just by focusing on this person or the importance of this person, but by speaking by speaking out of the genuine faithfulness out of his heart, how he sees this person is important as this person, how this person I made, how God talks about your gift and how he specifically sees you. It talks about the body of Christ, how if you're an arm, like you're an arm, if you're an ear, you're an ear. And even the smallest, very smallest muscles, our groups are they have their importance. Like a ear cannot be a mouth. So you're called to be what you're called to be. So don't be looking left and right thinking that you should be comparing yourself to this, that, and the third. Because what happens is you steal the joy You allow the joy to be stolen out of who you truly are, right? So you can't truly appreciate or get that deep sense of intimacy, that deep sense of love. You allow that to be corrupted and taken away. Um, so yeah, that's just for anybody who is dealing with burnout, dealing with doubt. Uh, you just gotta take it a day at a time, man. Don't put yourself on a deadline. Really don't lose the love of what you're doing. Like, and don't trade it in for a transaction of $1 either. Like, don't sell your love for $1. Don't let it be bought for your soul, for the reason that you're trying to influence. Don't let it take over your mind. Don't let it take over your will or how fast you move. But it's something that something beautiful happens when you move in the stillness, when you move in the order, when you move in the rest, when you move with the attentions of how you were supposed to move all along. Not rush because you see this person on viral, or not rush because things aren't looking so good this month. Not rush just because you are overstimulated, overwhelmed, or just because you really just yearn this one result. Just keep building, keep building, keep building, keep building, keep building, keep building. Because you don't want the deceit in your heart to really allow for you to keep falling over and over and over and over again. Like, you don't want to have to keep constantly lying to yourself. So really keep your passion in truth. Keep your passion in truth. Keep your passion in truth. Like, life gets hard. Like, think of something else that was said in the group Bible study about the trials that's used to build faith. Think of life itself, man. Life has to figure out all these intricate things to keep life itself going, for you to keep breathing, for you to keep having that problem, for the world to keep spinning. Like, if life itself, when things got hard or things didn't move off of its convenience, the moment it just decided to just snatch everything up, it don't work like that. Like, no, seasons change, the atmosphere change, people change things a lot, but yet life itself still figure out a way to keep spinning, for the sun to go down, for the moon to come up. Like, life itself comes with its set of problems, but that's not a cause for you to just destroy and cause destruction or to give up. It's for you to persevere and keep going. Keep going into the sunrise. Keep going into the sunset. Keep going into the next season. Keep going until that harvest is produced. Keep going until you finish that thing. Keep going until you finish this. Like, that's like saying, like, if people had issues in your previous generations, like, oh, if they just couldn't figure out, let's just end the whole generation here. No, no. In God's timing, He's seen that when He was going to call you out to break that generational curse, it's not just you that dealt with that set of problems. It was your whole bloodline. But that God called you out of that anger. God put that passion in your heart. So hold strong to that. Really realize what's in you. Really have purpose behind where your steps, behind your thoughts, behind your sight. Like, make sure you have purpose behind these things before you let emotions take the driver's seat, you know? So I hope that sits in your heart, just gives you something to ponder on, help you sift through your thoughts or whatever's going on in this season. Um, One thing I do want to share is, so I work overnight and I have trouble with my schedule and resting. So I was just like talking to God about this, trying to figure it out. Like, why am I wired this way? Because I haven't always been this way. So something that was revealed to me is around 2020. Yeah, I went through a lot of traumatic things that year. And one of them was with my mom that I have shared before. But it was late night. She called me, and I witnessed something. And getting woken up out of my sleep to see something like that, it really just switched everything in my brain for me that night. So I already started having trouble sleeping at night since that day. So again, later on that year is when I got woken up out of my sleep, and my father had called me and let me know that my cousin had passed. Again, getting woken up out of my sleep at nighttime. So this is before even like I had got healed by Christ. So what that like really did for me, it molded me in a way to where I would just wait for the next bad thing to happen. Like my soul couldn't rest after that year, truly. It's like I had already grown up with the mindset that I or my family was cursed. So what that did for me is I would literally expect for bad things to happen to me and take those things on as if I deserved them or it was my identity. And it's just so crazy how when you just don't know or like when you're ignorant to a lot of things, the type of mindsets that you could take on, because that affected me bad. Like a lot of people be like, oh, why do you work this schedule? It's like, I'm wired this way now. Like, and that's just such an important thing to understand how somebody's wired or the effect that life can have on somebody. So you see why something as beautiful as grace, mercy, love, patience, kindness really is, because you truly never know why somebody is wired the way that they're wired. A lot of times it don't even really be up to them, or a lot of people don't even, a lot of people really walk around so blind or filled with so much darkness that they truly don't understand why they are the way they are. Like truly, because that was revealed to me this year. Like, oh, this is why. And I'm talking about, I was taking melatonin. I was doing anything like trying to get the energy. I mean, I could not sleep at night anymore just because my soul was just so terrified that something else was going to happen. Like there was no sense of safety. So that's why I started working at night nighttime, and I still like sometimes have trouble sleeping at nighttime now. Like still to this day now. It's just my body just isn't comfortable sleeping at nighttime. So it really just throws off a lot for me. So just understanding that anybody who is around me, just understanding like when I'm still trying to show up, like those are a lot of things that I truly go through to even still show up to be the person that I'm trying to be. So battles look different. Like you can have psychological battles, you can have spiritual battles. There could be your circumstance that you're going through. So really just appreciate the way that somebody is trying to show up, and don't really treat them by like your unspoken expectations, or like any sense of entitlement, because that's where you lose that intimacy at. And you never really, because like, do it really be worth it? Like in the long run, like you don't really have to learn that through regrets. Um, so try your best to just learn through wisdom. And even if you do make mistakes and you have to learn through regrets, at least take some wisdom out of it. At least take some wisdom. At least take some wisdom out of it. Um, yeah, man. I just really want this podcast to help a lot of people, man. I love talking. I love deep conversations. I have a lot of projects coming out, so I will be sharing those. Yeah, I have a lot of little projects coming up, so I will be sharing like little exclusives on here. Um, I don't want to say I have expectations for this podcast. I just want it to be what it's going to be. Just try to show up wholeheartedly for this podcast. I can't wait for y'all to see the beautiful people on here. I want y'all to be very involved here. So really share like in the comments, like anything you probably been dealing with. If you're local, if you want to come up here, this is not reserved for anybody special. So if you want to have a deep conversation, something's in your heart, you want to inspire people, if you want to share your testimony, if your expression is your art form, even come up here, you could share your art form and your expressions and the way that you've helped people. Come do that here. You're very welcome here. Um, and especially for the men, I do want to see a lot more men influencing in a healthy way. Because there's truly a lot of power in that. And women, I want you right behind that. So sister, come up here, share your strength, especially in a healthy way. You don't know how powerful that is, how important a woman's love is. That is very pure. Like, it is something that is very beautiful, something that's very needed. And I want those two to go hand in hand. So I want that to be shown here as well, like how those two things operate in harmony. And even the point of it getting there, because I know nothing ever starts perfect, especially if it was before God, because that perfection means the maturity of something. So I know you had to go through something for that soil. I know there was a crushing. I know if you have anointings on you, it came from some type of tears, pains, wounds, anything. Come share that here. It is very much welcome and respected, and honored here, you know? So the things you feel like people probably overlook, things that you probably only feel like God cares about, well, I just want to open up to you that God puts his delights in other people's hearts. So don't ever have the perception that you have to do things alone, because God does have a community for you. Um, he has his plans for you. Um, and it's through a body of Christ. So he didn't look at you and said, "Oh, I'm gonna just keep you separate from the body and this, that, not." No, like, you are a part of a work group of a divine body. So, find where you at and thrive there. Allow your people to find you and just create beautiful things, man. I mean, like, while you have the opportunity to, you know, while life is really trying to thrive in you, allow it to thrive, man. Allow it to thrive. Um, I really want to do something that helps connect with the people. So I'm gonna think and ponder on that. I will be doing more reactions. That was something that was um brought to me that people would like to see. I really would like to share like just the way my mind operates, because you're a new creature. Like, you don't operate how anybody else operates. Yeah, you can have similarities and compatibilities, but you are truly a unique being. So I definitely will be doing breakdowns in a way that certain music has helped me. Um and if I resonate with your music, especially within a community locally, definitely don't mind doing that as well. I want this to be a very hands-on type of thing. Um yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing. When it comes to like you doing what you're called to do, man, don't think that junk gonna be easy, man. I know. I just had to double back on that because, boy, I have been exhausted. It's gonna come with some sacrifices, man. But I just stay joyful. Like, all the complaining, I'm currently working on that, so I have to keep reminding myself that, especially when I'm lacking on rest, man. I don't be caring about too much. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I be needing that sleep for real. But truly, I love when I'm able to just take the moments and just really feel a deep sense of appreciation just for the small things. Um, so try to break that habit of complaining, um, just allowing doubt to spew from your mouth, and really just look at what you have and the opportunity that is presented because, man, like I said, it's going to come with some sacrifices, man. I don't know if it's getting up early, going out of your way, if it's investing, even if you probably don't really have it, if it's investing and it don't look like it's returning, if it come with people acting weird towards you because you can't do this, that, and the third, I promise you sacrifices will present itself. It's not all going to be peaches and cream. Like, it's very necessary for the testimony. It's very necessary for your faith. And sometimes you have to lose in order to appreciate things. And sometimes you have to gain to just see how beautiful your obedience is, and sometimes the less is more and the more is less. And whatever way that makes sense to you to where you get that, I know it's some people out there that understand it because a man went in on his testimony about this during this group study. So I know it's some people who are able to understand that and really resonate with that. Because you truly would think that like, oh, when I get more, a lot of times when you get more, that means there's more problems. That means it's less time to pour into you. It's less this, it's less that, it's less. And when you get that more, guess what? It's going to have to increase that spirit within you. You're going to have more patience. You're going to have more kindness. You're going to have more love. You're going to have more wisdom. You're going to have more this, more that, more that. But if you have the heart that's really just operating out of that, like that carnal state or that selfish state, then you're just going to go to war with yourself. Like, you're going to go at war with yourself and you're not even going to treat that. You're not even going to treat your gift like the miracle that it is. You're going to treat it as its average thing. And really, even the average things that we have are blessings already. So you can already see how the mindset throws you so much off of the mark. So yeah. I really don't think this episode will be that long, guys, because yapping with yourself, you could get it out fast. So you don't really, ain't no interruptions. You get straight to the point. I really would do the solo ones whenever I really have something I really need to share. Or when I feel like there's a testimony that needs to be shared in my life. When I really just want to reach out and preach to you guys, as like, we're called to do. If you guys want to meet German and have him on, let me know, the man behind the camera, because, I'm real cool with the whole production thing now that I be helping with production. So if you want to see and hear the story about the man with the plan, the man with the equipment, let me know. I know he has a pretty cool story. I know he's helped a lot of people, helped a lot of people put together their visions. So I feel like that would be good for a lot of the creatives to hear. And that's it, man. Like, like, comment, subscribe. Please comment and share, like, if this helped you or not. And yeah. We will see you on episode 3 of the Heart Outlet podcast. You will get to meet Zay and my homie Stacy. And we just going to have a good conversation. I know that conversation is going to be so good. I know it's going to be so good. I know it's going to help so many different people. And we're going to be right back in here tomorrow. So, German, get ready. As I always say, if you are into music, hit my guy German up. Podcasting, hit my guy German up. Tampa is a very creative place, and I know we're going through this revival phase. So it's just so like blessed to be a part of that, and in the youth of that, like being young and being a part of something creative. So if you have something creative in your heart that you hold on to, please do something with that. It's somebody out there that will be inspired by it. It's somebody out there that it'll touch their heart, or it's somebody who could even help take that to the next level, something that you probably not even thinking or was even in your plans. With all that being said, God bless you, and we'll catch you on the next one.